Hare Krishna, everyone. So today we are going to continue our reading from Adhyatma Ramayana, chapter 7. Om Ajnanatimrandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminithanamane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So before we begin our reading, let us pray to Lord Ramachandra, Mata Sita and Lakshmana and Hanumanji to bless us all so that we can read the Adhyatma Ramayana with full faith and devotion and surrender to the Lord. Lokabhiramam Pranaram Kadiram Rajivanetram Raghuvamshanatam Karunyarupam Karunakarantam Shriramachandram Sharanam Prapadye. So today we are going to read from Adhyatma Ramayana, Baala Kanda, chapter number 7, Parashuram's episode. Okay. So I'm going to read the translation of the slokas. Sage Sutta said, after about 3 yojanas, so 1 yojana means it's approximately 8 miles. So that is a measurement. So Sage Sutta Goswami said, after about 3 yojanas from Mithila, the exalted King Dasharatha saw several inauspicious, horrible, and frightening signs. He then bowed his head to sage Vashishta and inquired of him, O the most exalted sage, what is the reason that terrible and bad omens and signs are being observed in all the directions? Sage Vashishta said, these bad omens are indicative of some very fearful event in the near future. But soon thereafter, there will be fearlessness. Because look, auspicious animals like the deer, which are heralds of auspiciousness and welfares, are going towards your right hand side. No sooner had Vashishta said this than a very fierce wind started blowing. So much dust was raised that everyone became blinded. Proceeding ahead, the party saw a radiantly illuminated icon standing in front of them. Then they saw Parashuram coming towards them. He was as splendorous as crores of suns, dazzling and brilliant as a source of electric, most victorious, famous, and valorous, a treasury of radiance and a hue resembling blue clouds, had a huge body, a crown of matted hairs, held a bow and an axe in his hands, and resembled Kala himself. He is famed as a destroyer of all creatures. They saw that Parashuram, who was the slayer of Kartiviraya and was the vanquisher of haughtiness and pride of the arrogant and haughty Kshatriya clan, and who was like a parallel Yama, was standing in front of Dasharatha. At that moment, King Dasharatha became so scared that he forgot to worship, honor, and welcome him, and instead pleaded for mercy. Save me, he cried. He prostrated before him and beseeched, give me the arms of my son's life. He paid no son's life. Parshuram paid no attention to the pleadings of Dasharatha, and seething with anger, he addressed the best in Raghu's clan, that is to Sri Rama, in a stern and wrathful voice. Oh, the most lowly and wicked Kshatriya, you have become as famous as my name Ram and move about unhindered on this earth. So if you are a true Kshatriya, have a duel with me. You are getting yourself falsely praised by breaking a rusted, dis- decrepit, decrepit, old and decayed bow. On the one, oh, the one who has taken birth in the clan of Raghu, if you dare to string this Vaishnava bow, I shall fight a duel with you. Otherwise, I shall immediately kill you, all because it is my job to slay the Kshatriya on this earth. The earth repeatedly shook at these horrorful words of Parshuram. Darkness loomed in front of everyone's eyes. The brave son of Dasharatha, Sri Rama, looked fiercely at Parshuram, snatched the said Vaishnava bow from his hand, stringed it casually, pulled an arrow from his quiver, and mounted it on the bow, pulled the string, and contemptuously asked Parshuram, O Brahman, listen to me. My arrow does not go in vain. Show me a target for it immediately. Should I aim at the lokas or at your feet? Out of these, I command you to show me one immediately. You cannot go and hide or take shelter now, either in this world or the next world. Tell me, what should I do with you? Instantly, hearing such fearless, courageous, and aggressive words of Sri Rama, Brigu's son Parashuram's face became sullen, dull, and gloomy. Then, remembering the episode of an earlier time, he humbly submitted, O Sri Ram, O the most brave and courageous one, I have now recognized you as the Supreme Lord. You are verily Lord Vishnu himself, who is the very cause of creation, its sustenance and annihilation, and is the one who is famed in the Puranas. During my childhood days, I wanted to please Lord Vishnu by way of tapa and reach Chakratirtha. There, I involved myself in daily and regular tapa with great devotion, faith, conviction, and intensity which pleased Vishnu. Oh, the best in the clan of Raghu. At that moment, the bearer of conch, disc, and mace, blissful and cheerful Lord of gods, Vishnu, said to me most happily. The Lord said, O Brahman, conclude your austerities. Your efforts are successful. You shall be empowered with a fraction of me, that is by my potential powers. So that is why Parshuram is called as Shakti Avesh Avatar. As we mentioned earlier, he is the Shakti Avesh Avatar, which means he is not exactly Lord Vishnu himself. He is also a Jivatma like us. But when a particular Jivatma is given some portion of the Lord's potency, he becomes he's called the Shakti Avesha. The Lord's Shakti is it is given to this particular Jivatma, particular soul, so that he can perform some duty, some task in this world, carry out some order of the Lord in this world, or as a representative of the Lord. So Parshuram is actually a Shakti Avesh avatar. So here we can clearly say how Lord Vishnu says this. You shall be empowered with a fraction of me. Slay Kartvirya, who is the best in the clan of Hia, but is the killer of his own father, and for which purpose you have done such severe austerities and penances. After doing that, kill all the Kshatriyas on this earth 21 times repeatedly. So Lord Vishnu is giving order to Parashuram. So it is for this purpose the Lord Vishnu has given a part of his potency to Parashuram to perform this particular task. After that, hand the earth over to sage Kashyapa. Be blessed with peace and tranquility. I, who am an indestructible and eternal supreme soul, shall take birth as Rama in the household of Dasharatha in Treta Yuga. At that time, you shall see me with my supreme power. At that moment, I shall take back from you those immense powers that I am bestowing upon you now. After that, till the end of the Kalpa, you would do austerities and penances and stay on this earth. So Kalpa is basically one day of Brahma. Yeah. So all those powers of Parashuram are taken away now. O Sri Rama, you are the same Vishnu. You have taken birth on the prayers of Brahma. Your immense powers, which were in me, have been taken back by you today. Today, I consider my life as worthy and successful, and that I have recognized you more so because you are regarded as being inaccessible to even Brahma and other exalted ones, as well as are beyond nature. You do not have ignorance you do not have ignorance induced six faulty delusions such as birth, etc. While you are free from the wandering in the cycle of birth and death, you are faultless, changeless, and complete in all aspects. Ha Maya, which is dependent on you, are sustained by you, creates various types of strange and mysterious actions, which are like foam in water and smoke from the fire. As long as a person is covered by Maya, he cannot realize you and your true form. This ignorance, which is inimical to knowledge, wisdom, and discrimination, powers exist only till the time no thought is given to it. Hmm. Okay, fine. So here Parshuram is saying, as long as a person is covered by Maya, he cannot realize you and your true form. So here it's clearly said that the Lord has his spiritual form. So so as long as one is covered with Maya, he will not even understand the spiritual form of the Lord. This ignorance, which is inimical to knowledge, wisdom, and discrimination. So, knowledge, wisdom, and discrimination says about the Lord exist only till the time no thought is given to your true form. To it means to your form. So, once a person accepts the form of the Lord, then Maya cannot hinder him. I mean, once a person realizes the spiritual form of the Lord. The reflection of the truth of the pure consciousness obtained in the gross components such as the body is mistakenly called a jiva. In this mundane world, this misconception is due to ignorance. The jiva undergoes sorrows and happiness, the feeling of being a doer or enjoyer from its deeds only till the time it has pride and ego associated with its body, mind, intellect, life force, and intelligence, etc. Hmm. So we feel that we are having pain, happiness, sorrow, everything is because we think that we are the doer. So it exists as long as we have this pride, ego about this mind and of this body and mind and everything. But then we are beyond this, we are the spirit soul. In reality, the Atma has no relevance to the fictitious world of birth and death, while the mind independently does not have discriminatory powers leading to wisdom, enlightenment, and attainment or realization of true knowledge of the self. Out of delusion and ignorance, the jiva combines these two to consider itself as I belong to this world and consequently indulges in various deeds and actions. Even as contact between water and fire results in the former getting heated and the latter getting cooled, contact between the inanimate, that is the mind, the body and mind and intelligence, and the animate, which is the soul, results in the former getting affected by the latter and vice versa. So both of them are getting affected by this. Okay. Till the time a person does not enjoy constant company of those who are devoted to your lotus feet, he cannot get over the hosts of worldly sorrow, troubles, miseries, and tribulations. So, this glorifies a devotee of the Lord. So, as long as one is not connected to a sadhu, a Vaishnava, he cannot get over the worldly sorrows, troubles, and miseries and tribulations. When he worships you with devotion, which he has gradually acquired by constant, persistent, diligent contact with your ardent devotees, this Maya of yours gradually, bit by bit, leaves him and becomes weak and diminutive over a period of time. So, here the glory of Sadhu Sangha or Vaishnava association is mentioned. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita it is said, Sadhu Sangha Sarva Shastra Kai, Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha Sarva Siddhi Hoi. So just a moment's association with a Vaishnava is so glorious that the person gets all the good fortune in his life just by a moment's association of a Vaishnava. In relation to this, there is a beautiful story. I'll just take 2 minutes to just say that. So where once you must have heard about Ambarish Maharaj. So Ambarish Maharaj was a great devotee of the Lord, and when once on one Ekadashi day, Durvasa Muni comes there, and all those incident happens, and then Durvasa Muni gets angry with Ambarish Maharaj. He creates a demon to kill Ambarish Maharaj, and instead uh, the demon was not able to do anything because the Sudarshan Chakra immediately came from the Lord's hand, and it killed the demon, and it went behind Durvasa Muni to kill Durvasa Muni. And Durvasa Muni had to go around the entire universe. First he went to Brahma, then Lord Shiva and Vishnu, and begged to save him, and they all said, we cannot do anything. So Lord Vishnu finally said, you go back to Ambarish Maharaj and fall at his feet and apologize to him. So when he did that, the Sudarshan Chakra stopped, and it did not kill Ambarish Maharaj. So this pastime, as you must have heard it. So this Ambarish Maharaj was a great devotee of the Lord. But then he had a brother, I don't remember his name. So, but then he was the exact opposite. He used to do all kinds of sinful activities, eating meat or drinking and womanizer and all kinds of stuff. So he was a very sinful person. And Ambarish Maharaj was wondering, what will I do with my brother? How will I save him? So once Narada Muni happened to come by, and Ambarish Maharaj requested Narada Muni, can you please go and tell or preach to my brother so that he'll be saved from this condition. So Narada Muni said, okay, fine. And then he went to this house of the palace of this Ambarish Maharaj's brother, and he knocked at the door, and then his brother opens and finds out who is this, and then it was Narada Muni there, and then he was busy doing something. He said, okay, fine, come back later. So he didn't even have the this one to respect a great sage who has come. So Narada Muni understood his fallen condition, and Narada Muni said, okay, fine. Just before you close the door, I just want to say something. And he asked, what? And Narada Muni said, when you die, and when the Yamarajas come and take you to Yamaloka, you just have to ask them this one question. Will you ask? So then this person was like shocked. Oh, what is he talking? Going to Yamaraja, asking question. Okay, fine. Then he asked, okay, what is it? Then he said this question. And then the person said, okay, fine. And then he closed the door, and Narada Muni left. And so then he led his life as a sinful person, and finally he died. And actually, when he dies, the Yamadutas they come and they take his soul and they drag him to Yamaloka and make him stand in front of Yamaraja. Yamaraja tells Chitragupta to read the history of this person. And the Chitragupta says there is no good deed that he has done, it's all sinful activities. So then Yamaraja was about to give the punishment, and suddenly this person remembers what Narad Muni said, and he told Yamaraja, Yamaraja, I have a question for you. So yeah, he said, Yamaraja asked, what is it? He said, I'll ask you a question. If you are able to give me the answer for this, I am ready to accept whatever punishment you are going to give me. So Yamaraja was like, okay, fine, you ask me the question. And then he asked this question. What is the fate of a person who has association of a sadhu, of a woman's association of a sadhu? So we said that sadhu sangha, sarva shastra kai, lavamatra sadhu sangha, sarva siddhi hoi. So this person is asking, he doesn't know what all these things. He just asks, what is the fate of a person who has a woman's association with a great soul, with a sadhu? So Yamaraja was like, what kind of a question is this? And he doesn't know the answer. Now Yamaraja was like, oh, how will I don't know the answer. I am supposed to be Yamaraja who knows everything and I don't know the answer. So he thought, okay, fine. I will ask Lord Brahma. We'll go to Lord Brahma and we'll ask. So he said, okay, come. So this guy said, no, I won't just come. You have to carry me on your shoulder and take me to Brahma. So then Yamaraja was, what? I have to carry you on my shoulder and take you to Brahma. He said, okay, fine. If you don't know the answer, you have to do it. Okay. Then he said, okay, fine, sit. And then Yamaraja and his servants, they carry this person, this very sinful person to Brahma. They go to Brahmaloka and they ask Brahma, say, I have a person with me. He is very sinful. I was about to give the punishment, but then he is having a question. So he has asked me to ask, he wants an answer for this, which I don't know. So can you give me the answer? So then they ask the same question. So they ask the Lord Brahma, what is the fate of a person who has a moment's association with a sadhu, a great devotee? So then Brahma was like, oh, I don't know the answer for this. What will we do? So then they said, okay, it's fine. We'll go to Lord Shiva. He is the father of the entire material universe. So we'll go to him. He will know everything. So then they said, okay, come, we'll go. But then Yamaraja says, no, you can't just go alone. We have to carry him on our shoulder. So then now Lord Brahma and Yamaraja, they are carrying this person on their shoulder and they are taking him to Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva sees this. So Yamaraja and Brahma, they are carrying someone on his shoulder. He must be someone important. Okay, who is it? Well, let's see what happens. And they said the whole story. And then they asked this question to Lord Shiva. He asked, what is it? And they said, what is the fate of a person who has a moment's association with a great devotee, a sadhu? Now Lord Shiva said, what? This is something which I don't know. How, what will we do? So then even Lord Shiva doesn't know now. So then all of them are like looking at each other and they think, okay, fine. Now next we'll go to Lord Vishnu. He'll be there. He'll be happy. I mean, he'll be there. He knows all the answers. So we'll ask him. So then now they say no, but you have to carry him on our shoulder, on your shoulder. So now Lord Brahma, Yamaraja, and Lord Shiva, all three of them are carrying this guy on their shoulder and going all the way to Vaikunta, and they see Lord Vishnu there and Narayana, Vishnu. So they are asking. They came in front of Narayana and they said, "See, this is our reply. What should we do? We don't know the answer for this." So then Lord Vishnu asked, "What is the question?" So they said, "What is the fate of a person who has a moment's association with a great Vaishnava or a sadhu?" So then, hearing to this question, Lord Vishnu he smiled and he said, "Bring that person and make him sit on my lap." So now Yamaraja, Lord Brahma, Shiva, all of them are surprised. What? He's a very simple person. He's supposed to be punished. What are you saying? He said, come, keep him on my lap. So then they kept him on Lord Vishnu's lap, and the moment the so he was touched by Narayana, he became fully purified, and the tears started falling from his eyes, and his heart was filled with so much of love for the Lord, and he was praying and glorifying Lord Narayana. So, and then Lord Vishnu, he looked at, he told Lord Brahma, Shiva, and Yamaraja, okay, you can go back now to your places. They were like shocked. What is happening here? What happened? So, what is the answer for that question? And what is happening? So, Lord Narayana said, this is what happens. A person who has a moment's association with a great Vaishnava or a great sadhu, he will be carried by you three, Yamaraja, Lord Brahma, and Lord Shiva, and brought to Vaikunta, and will be made to sit on my lap. So this is the fate of a person who has association with a great Vaishnava like Narada Muni. So that is the glory of Sadhu Sangha, Vaishnava association. So here it is beautifully described here. Till the time a person does not enjoy a constant company of those who are devoted to your lotus feet, he cannot get over the hordes of worldly sorrows, troubles, miseries, and tribulations. When he worships you with devotion, which he has gradually acquired by constant, persistent, diligent contact with your ardent devotees, this Maya of yours gradually, bit by bit, leaves him and becomes weak and diminutive over a period of time. So the story what I mentioned was just a moment's association. So imagine if you have constant association of a Vaishnava like that. Then that seeker finds a true teacher who is rich with wisdom and is deeply steeped in the true knowledge pertaining to you. And having attained knowledge of the supreme truth or reality in the shape of Mahavakyas, he gets emancipation and salvation by your grace and kindness. Hence, those who are devoid of your devotion and dedication cannot expect to have, even by a remote chance, either emancipation and salvation or Brahmajnan. Or Brahmajnan in millions of kalpas. That is a continuation. So without the mercy of the Lord, we cannot expect to have any kind of good fortune. Further, this is why there is no chance or scope of their ever having real, true happiness and bliss. Beautifully explained. Therefore, my only wish is to have devotion and worship in your two lotus feet, and I should have company of your devotees for all my births and ages to come, because ignorance can be eliminated by these two ways only. In this world, those who are steadfastly vigilant and eager towards your devotion, adoration, and worship, as well as in showering the nectar like rain of the righteous, noble, and upright path shown by you, which is called Dharma, such persons not only purify and redeem the world at large, but also those born in their own clan. There is no doubt about it. So the devotees, they are the ones. So those who are pure devotees, they can deliver the entire world. So this is the beauty of it. The whole purify and redeem the whole world at large. The pure devotees of the Lord, they can save the entire world. So we see that in some of the great personalities like Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Lord Jesus Christ, and many, many great acharyas and Vaishnavas who saved so many people in this world. O Lord of the world, I bow before you in reverence and adoration. O the one who loves devotion, I bow before you to pay my obeisances. O the merciful, compassionate one, O the one without an end, I bow before you in reverence. O Sri Ramachandra, I repeatedly bow before you to pay my respects and deep regards. O Lord, whatever righteousness and noble deeds that I have done with the object of attaining the world, symbolizing righteousness, nobility, good virtues, and deeds, let all those worlds be the target of your arrows. O Sri Rama, I submit myself before you with a bowed head. That the most merciful and compassionate Lord Rama became pleased with him and said, O Brahman, I am pleased. I shall fulfill all the wishes of your heart. Do not doubt it. And this assurance, at this assurance, Parshuram was happy, and he said to Sri Rama, O Madhusudana, Sri Rama, if you are pleased with me, let me have constant communion with your devotees and have strong, steadfast, and unwavering devotion, faith, dedication, and conviction for your holy lotus like feet. Besides this, if any non believer or one who is devoid of devotion, faith, conviction, dedication, and worship reads or recites this stotra, let him be blessed with your devotion and faith, have endearment and affection for you. Let him become enlightened, realized, and a wise one, and let him remember you at the end. So, so we see the beautiful stotras. So we saw two stotras in this Adhyatma Ramayana. One is by Ahalya, the stotra by Ahalya, and the other one is now by Parashuram. So beautiful ones. Thereafter, when Sri Rama assured him by saying, "It shall be so," Parashuram reverentially circumambulated him and bowed his head to him. And after being worshipped and honored himself by Sri Rama in return, he proceeded to Mount Mahendra. King Dasharatha, though thought that Sri Rama has returned back from the jaws of teeth. He enthusiastically and full of thrill embraced Sri Rama repeatedly and rained tears of relief, joy, and exhilaration from his eyes. After that, all of them arrived at Ayodhya with a deli- delighted and cheerful mind. There, Sri Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, and Shatrughna began enjoying their conjugal lives with their respective spouses in palaces which were like the abode of gods. Along with Sita, Sri Rama enhanced the happiness of his parents and lived cheerfully, just like Lord Vishnu resides with Lakshmi in his abode called Vaikunta. During that period, Kaikeyi's brother and maternal uncle of Bharata named Yudhajit came there to take Bharata lovingly to his palace. The king, who was vanquisher, the king Dasharatha, who was a vanquisher of enemies, welcomed and duly honored Yudhajit, and at his affectionate request, he sent Bharata and Shatrughna with him. Mother Kausalya looked as magnificent and adorable in the company of Sri Rama and Sita as Aditi, the mother of gods, looks along with Shachi, the daughter of Puloma, and Indra, the king of gods. He whose glorious virtues and good character are famed with Brahma and other Lokapalakas, whose glories, fames, and accomplishments are lauded and sung in all the words, who is an embodiment of happiness, bliss, peace, and tranquility of all humans put together, who is eternal and changeless, is a treasury of majesty, radiance, renown, and glory, who is faultless and without blemishes, and who, though being beyond delusion, still follows the delusory deeds and actions and behaves and appears as if he were an ordinary person. That all encompassing Lord Rama took up residence in Ayodhya, accompanied by his divine consort, Sita Devi. So, with this, we come to the end of the seventh chapter of Baala Kanda and also the end of the Baala Kanda. So next we will be starting with the Ayodhya Kanda of Adhyatma Ramayana. So Vanchakalpatarubhishya Kripa Sindhubhyevacha च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय अध्यात्म रामायणा की जय वेद व्यास की जय शिल प्रभुपाद की जय हरे कृष्णा